Hello, hello, here we are at the Lafayette Reservoir. So, wow, what a beautiful place. Can you believe this? There's little lizards everywhere, eagles in the sky. The weather here is quite beautiful, and the trees are very large. And what we're going to talk about is the immersion into a pretty real deal cleanse, something that I haven't done ever in my life in terms of the duration of this cleanse. So why do a cleanse at all? This isn't just a cleanse out, it's to completely reset my biology, completely reset my nervous system. And I'm sure most of us could use something like this, but what does it really take? How many obstacles and kind of tribulations and pain do we have to go through to have the discipline and initiation to do something like this? So I've particularly felt quite strange in my body the past few years. I've also had some wonderful moments and have felt really good at times, but knowing the oscillation and how things can change, which is a part of the body's kind of trajectory, it's constantly changing, right? So if we're really far down, right, and I have these crazy highs, I don't know if that's such a good thing. So I'd like to rebalance, come back to like this kind of smooth and steady energy. How are we going to do this? Well, my initial trajectory is 44 days, 44-day cleanse. That's what I did last time I healed myself, and then I somehow fell off the bandwagon and got unhealthy again. And my body flipped. Somehow the nervous system got flipped again, and its hierarchy of function has downpoured into all my other systems. So my digestion is not where I want it. My neurochemistry isn't where I want it. So I'm going to do this to kind of change and shift a few things. And I've studied a lot, but I know that particularly for me, I'm not looking to do a bunch of supplements and add things in this time. I'd like to just take things out, right? So just taking things out, allowing my body to kind of heal itself and create an environment for it to do its magic and work its innate intelligence, because the body can never lie. It doesn't know how to. So it's simply telling me that something needs to be changed, something needs to be brought forth and emerged and kind of brought through me, you know? So that's exciting. We're going to be doing a lot of new shifts here. I just wanted to kind of bring everyone up to speed on what's going on here and how you can implement something similar in your life for your own healing potential. So we've got a 44-day fast. Potentially, we'll see where it goes. I just want to feel into it. I'm going to listen to my body, but I'm going to aim for 44 days. And that seems like a good number for me. And the baseline is going to be well-cooked vegetables, like in a slow cooker. So I got a little bit of fiber, a little bit of something there, but very little, of that. And it's going to be mostly green juices and bone broth. So the green juices and bone broth with a mainstay of the slow-cooked vegetables. So that's going to bring me, the green juices have the cleansing, alkalizing, that whole side. So kind of like remediate the cell membranes. The lipobilayer of the cells is able to become more penetrable, so nutrients can come in and out of the cell and access the mitochondria. And then the bone broth will help rebuild. So I'm actually going to do more green juices in the beginning and then bring in the bone broth as we go on. So I'm going to do a bunch of cleansing, filtering, cleaning out, and kind of lightening up the load. And I will pair that initially with a bunch of coffee enemas, which I did one today and feel amazing, although I still have quite a headache, and I think that's from some of the travel and stress from moving from east to west. And I now feel like I'm in a really good place to kind of start to ground in, allow my energy to settle, so I can start to initiate this process of quite a real deal cleanse. I'm not sure my body knows what's about to happen, but I've been framing it in my mind for like a month now. So I think we have some idea of what's gonna hit. She's gonna hit. We're gonna bring it in lightly. right? So we're gonna just bring it in and then allow the body to work its magic. You know, and I feel like a lot of us struggle with certain things. We might not know where it's coming from, why we feel a particular way, whether it's anxiety, depression, whether there's sort of a digestive issue, or we kind of get some sort of phobia or nervousness, or maybe a social phobia with anxiety, or whatever it might be. And there's tons of manifestations, but what I've found in my journey so far is that we do have a genome, we have a genetic predisposition, but that is not set in stone, right? So what activates and turns on and off these genes is going to be our microbiome and how we interact with our environment. And our environment and our inner environment kind of changes. So that's dependent on how we treat our lifestyle, our sleep hygiene, whether we have a meditation ritual, a centering or a cognitive centering device to kind of bring us back to ourselves. And that's all really powerful and not to be underestimated. And the science is there, it's not woo-woo. There's a lot of really great information out there about meditation, mindfulness, how it affects the brain. It actually increases the span of our prefrontal lobe and decreases the hippocampus, which is our fight or flight brain. Fight or flight or whatever the rest of it is. Fight or flight. The body is trying to keep itself safe, so there's literally no way for it to digest or stay calm, right? So there's this hierarchy within the nervous system. So it's really important to be able to get the microbiome. That's kind of the way we access neurotransmitters. The gut bacteria in our gut are interconnected to our brain, so the gut-brain axis is connected with those friendly microbes, and also the pathogenic, opportunistic microbes in there creating other things that are giving us a hard time, which is why I love the coffee, and it's because it cleans out the entire blood system. Whatever's in there, after you're finished, you're just like, oh, this is what it feels like to be me. This is what it feels like to not have all these things in my system influencing my brain, influencing my biology in a way that wouldn't usually be there. So that's really exciting for me. When I felt the effects, I knew I had to keep doing it for the protocol, at least in the beginning when I start to detox, so I can avoid the Herxheimer reaction, or the detox kind of influx of toxins from the bile, from the lymph, any way that the body's trying to expel toxicity. So that's kind of a quick hack or a bypass to kind of filter out through the gallbladder and the liver, get the liver cleansing the blood through the glutathione, which is released from the hepatic nerve, and the caffeine distribution from the coffee enema. So that's like two things in one stone. So we get all that at once, and you feel the difference, okay? So from there, we'll build it, cleaning out the green juices, then we're going to bring in the bone broths while having the slow cooked vegetables throughout. Maybe eliminate them at a certain point in the valley of that kind of 44-day cleanse. And I'd like to just stay in the loop. Let me know what your personal interests, why you love to watch this, what you'd like to learn. If you're enjoying this, or if you have any questions, shoot them at me, and I'd love to help and facilitate your journey. After all, we're all here to help each other and create an environment where we can all heal and become more ourselves, more optimized. And that allows us to kind of release the obstacles and inhibitions so we can create effortlessly. We can go from surviving to thriving, and from a state of, fear to courage. And that's our creative output, our creative genius. And when we're truly relaxed, relaxation is the creative playground of the creative genius, of your creative genius. So that's why I think this whole process is so amazing, because it really reveals yourself to yourself. Thank you for being here. Another wonderful day. Trying to keep it real, trying to keep it fresh, alive. The bugs are getting at me. I gotta turn this camera off now, but I'll stay in touch with you guys. Much love. Talk to you soon.